Okay, I have graph paper here in front of me, and I am going to draft a 2-story tiny house. So the bottom of my tiny house will be 12 feet by 30 feet, and each one of these squares is going to be 1 foot. So if it is going to be 12 by 30, I can just count each square and that will give me the footage. So let's say I start right here in this corner and I'm going to go down 30. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So that's my 30th one. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to draw a straight line. And I know there's lines on here, but you cannot draw it by hand. You will be able to tell, and it will not look professional. So there's my 30 feet, and now I'm going to count 12 squares over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And, right here, I'm going to line my ruler up with that line. And draw that way, and then I'm going to close this in on each side so I have a rectangle. And there's my bottom floor, which is 12 feet by 30 feet. Now that I've done this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I wish I had moved it over. If I had moved it over to this side, I could have drawn my second floor on the same page. Now I'm going to have to use 2 different pages. But anyway, so I'm going to figure out where everything's going to go. I want to have my living room, my kitchen, and my bathroom on the first floor, and then on my second floor I'll have a bedroom. This is a big space. It may not seem like it because it's on a piece of paper, but it is pretty big. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start with my bathroom because that's going to be the harder thing, then the kitchen, and then the rest of the space will be my living room. But I think the bathroom, I want to make it sure that I have enough space in there. It's not super tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make it 5 feet, which is tiny, but we're doing a tiny house. So I'm going to draw lightly for my wall. The other thing you have to remember is you need wall thickness. Inside our walls we have 2x4s, which are support. Then we have insulation. All of our electrical, our plumbing is in there. So we need to have wall thickness around everything. So on the outside, I'm going to make it 6 inches, and I have to eyeball this because I'm using graph paper. So I am going to make this as straight as possible. You can use a ruler that's pretty straight. So that yours is really straight. I don't want to see them like large at one end and then come narrow at another end. So if you don't have a good eye for things like this, please make sure that you use a ruler. So I'm better live. So here's my wall thickness where my 2x4s, my electrical, my plumbing can go on the outside of the house, and my insulation. I'm going to need to do the same thing for the inside walls because if you look at your own home, your inside walls are thicker than paper. So I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to make this 1/2 inch. I'm going to do it really light because I don't know where I want my door yet. And 5 feet. The awesome thing I have is the actual template, which I know you have been given a paper template, and that's fine. You can cut them out and use them, or I don't know how you would trace them on there. Maybe if you put them under the paper and trace them, that would work. I just want to see where my toilet will fit. Oh, I got plenty of room over here. Okay, so here's my wall. I'm going to put my toilet over here in this corner. And it needs to be up against the wall because you can just look at your own house and look and see how things are put together. Most everything, plumbing wise, is actually up against a wall. It's not just near it, it's actually up against it. So there's my toilet. And I think I'm going to have my shower over here. I gave you a template for a shower. I think it was 4 feet by 3 feet, or 48 inches by 36 inches. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty awesome. 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. My eyes start getting crossed. I can have a pretty big shower. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have it 4 feet by 5 feet. I mean, we have the space. We don't have to skimp here. I'm going to draw this lightly too. Actually, I'm going to draw it thick up to here. And then this is where my door is going to be. And then I will have my counter over here. So your counter is usually 20 to 24 inches. Don't make it any bigger than that. So that's 2 of these squares. 24 inches is 2 feet, if you did not know that. I want to make sure that this is not like right up against the toilet, that you have enough space to get by. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet of counter. That's huge. I'm going to draw that in there. And then I'm going to put my sink in there. I'm going to use this round sink. Kind of going to put it over to one side so I have a lot of counter space, because for those of us that have hair dryer and makeup stuff, you want to make sure that you've got space to lay all that out. That's why I don't like pedestal sinks. But you can put in a pedestal sink. That's fine. That's up to you. This is personal choice. Or up to your client, actually. A lot of people ask me, well, how do I make the faucet and all of that? It depends. What does it look like? I have no idea, is what I always tell everybody. You got to tell me what it looks like. I don't think. I'm looking. I'm just going to use some stuff on here. Like with templates, people always go, but what is this? And it's like, it doesn't matter. What do you want to use it for? I'm going to use this as my faucet. And my little knobs on the side. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I can put my door in here. And on an inside door, you don't want it any smaller than 2 feet. So I am thinking I could probably have it 2.5 feet, which is that's in your house. Your doors are probably 2.5 feet. So I'm going to thicken this wall up. I'm going to make mine a pocket door. A pocket door slides into the wall. Since I don't have any plumbing or anything on this wall, it can slide into it. Oops, sorry. And then my door itself has to be 2.5 feet. So if it's 2.5 feet, so you're going to show it partially coming out. So here's 1 foot, here's 2 feet, and here's 1/2 foot. And I'm going to draw it inside of this wall. And really you can make it just like a thick black thing. I don't even know what to call it. Line, rectangle. There we go. And then there's my wall. My door will have to have space, 2.5 feet of space. Ugh, don't ever freehand. My instructor at Poly hated that, even if it's a little line. So then what you'd actually do is you would color these in so that we know that that is a solid wall and not an opening to anything. So any opening will be left with no lines. This shows that it's a hollow wall and something, and that door is going into it. So this one I would also color. If you're not good at coloring, this will be a great experiment for you and a learning opportunity. Try to color all the same direction because it will look more professional. You can use the side of your pencil. And I don't know where my windows are going yet, so I'm going to have this tiled up until the vanity, and then I'm going to have it all glass, and I think all glass right here. So it's just going to be a thick line like that. There's my bathroom. So then I want to do a kitchen, and your kitchen counter is also going to be 2 feet. Which is that. And I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen. My stairs are going to go up here. I'm going to have up here, I'm going to have the bedroom, and then I'm going to have stairs like going up on the side or a ladder or something. So, oh gosh, we got tons of space. How much space do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So I had 30 feet, that's 25, 24.5 feet. Ooh, that's a lot. Love it. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where am I getting these numbers? Out of my head. There's nothing magic. I might want to make that on the corner. Figure out what will work. What looks good. We draw in pencil because you can erase it. And if I have storage, I think I'm going to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to have my counter. Start about 6 inches over from that opening into the bathroom, and then it will go 2 feet. So I'll have 1 foot, 2 feet, and that way I can have like stairs and storage and maybe some like the water heater and everything. I know you guys don't think about that. Accessible from the outside. Super good idea. Brilliant. Just so you know, in case you were wondering. Here we go.